I'm going to throw in a few experimental pieces this time. So I'll start off with one of those. First poem is called A Loose Alphabet. She, a loose alphabet moving in the structure of sinew, born of a word that possesses a rhythm, born of a light fragmenting into colors. She speaks like DNA communicates growth, cell to cell shifting as they spiral, each around the other, like two lovers barely kept from touching but finding themselves immersed in the heat between them. Bones warmed without the first hint of friction, where halos are born and kinetic sparks resonance. You ask me what language is. Silence outside of defense is an ignition of how the very air purrs like a cat being scratched beneath the throat. Some reactions are only ripples that come from your center, change the whole definition of the water. We are the stones that the current molds itself around, like lips mold to lips. Everything beneath our vessels also changes, beyond where the eyes can see with a single, shuddering breath. She is heaven speaking as a scar across plateaus of silence, bleeding language back from an open eye that sits above ache and stings of pains with a deliverance we learn to take for granted. She gathers sorrows to create a symphony of atoms spilling from heart of heaven, because the blood of our heart is always our tears. She, a loose alphabet, speaks the word you'll never hear, but feel. Poem 2, A Society of Bricks. There are days you want the end, cut off life's carnival of tricks. You can never see the faces through all the social bricks. Yet I recall through smoky haze, and how can I complain? You kiss the marrow, you live with the stains. You see it as beautiful when it's just dried to rot. Expunge the dirty faces and take another shot. You say it's all for sale when you've already been bought. Live within a cell, just so you're never caught. Deride every weakness to deny whatever you feel. Paint the world in plastic so reality never heals. Load the card, toss the dice, all a tarnished deal. Win the right of never wrong to never reveal. Yourself to your own piercing gaze, numb it all away. Catalog the dead and conquered as a right to kill another day. Invitations of self-speculation always shut away, and watch as the world so smoothly decays. Just a city life, just a city day. Shuffle through the papers for validations, what price is paid. Just another year through the carnival of fear. Focus on the jokers, ignore the atmosphere. And when it comes your time, search your bag of tricks. We never see the faces in a society of bricks. Even the heart has its seasons, has its nations, its weather, and even its city streets. The heart has roads that you may never travel down, because ultimately to feel anything means to be a bit out of control. All your negative and positive battery-charged bullshit is just set for the trash can at that point. You aren't safe for yourself then, and you aren't safe for anyone else either. But you can't be safe and still be alive. Even a breath can ache. A smile can shatter your face. A tear can be the seat of judgment someone crawls into to try to look down upon you as though they were exalted by your weakness. None of it's true, so stop believing it. If you think anyone wants to hurt, you're an idiot. It takes courage to be hurt. It takes courage to feel the stings and to take the blows. It takes courage to keep your voice when not even the wind is listening to a word you have said. If you give a damn about what anyone else thinks of the lover wrapped within your arms, you'll never love. Most people never do. They itemize and trophy out one another in bronze, something to parade out into the shining flash of day.
the sun glistening like raindrops off of pristine white teeth, and waving some power you give them, or some power they take, over your heads, and you bow down and worship and think it's what you want. I'll tell you, if it's your idea, there's a museum down on the avenue. Go down and free the mummified corpse. Unwrap it slow so the bones don't crumble. Get it a tuxedo or a mink coat on Madison Avenue. Take the dead out for a night on the town. What I mean to say before you bone out your objections is that it is only your arms that hold someone at the end of the night. Only your hands that touch that face and hold together the roads when they start breaking beneath love's feet. 1,000 eyes won't save you. 1,000 prayers won't help you. It's just you and how you feel. Every heart has its seasons, and mine is a desert now. Life can suck the moisture straight from your skin, because people want the reward without any of the hurt. You're going to hurt. You're probably going to hurt everyone you've ever cared about without ever meaning to. There are a million glancing blows that happen in a heartbeat, a billion nicks, cuts, and bruises, good-intentioned betrayals, and very human doubts. If you aren't brave enough to see those, then you don't even have the courage to see yourself. Never mind love anyone else. So gather up the bones and head on out, because that's all you have left of yourself. You've auctioneered the rest of you off to everyone else. So I'll say it one more time to close it out. Until you can bleed your every ounce, you'll have no clue what love is about. If you're going to promise me anything, promise me the fall. Promise me the ground-up arms and legs that have been bitten with the teeth of asphalt when the brakes stopped working and we had to dive from the car. These religions vex me. They get all caught up in my teeth. Prudence is silence's dagger, bleeding the blush from steamed cheeks. Mo's lives are speeches that actions never meet. Because dreams can always wake when nightmares find the veins, but on this side of the curtain we always must walk through those flames. Nobody ever exactly lives as mere paper waiting for the pen, and I've lived behind the glass long enough to know it ain't my thing. If you promise me anything, speak of the hard times and tragedies and move forward from there, because the hands that try to cradle us also keep us from really going anywhere. I've heard of the picture-perfect life, but each moment is so small. Beauty is the blink of an eye before it's a memory or nothing at all. If you're going to promise me anything, promise me the fall. The tame type of wild. I realize now why most things will never work. You are the tame wild. The one who rolls in the blood merely to gather up the scent, after to show you've made a kill, to gain some sort of weight in the pack, to lead or to follow. I am the wild that knows I only need a stance to reclaim myself. A low growl, a shifting of weight on heel, a raised eyebrow which says, please, strike me. Please let this leashed thing come loose. Please, see what happens. And they know, as I know, as you know. You are a horse that has never been broken, but still remains in a barn to sleep through the night. And children come and put their hands under your nostrils, and press their hands firm against your skin through the slats. I am the one who would rather knock over the lamp and burn alive than submit to these four walls of darkness every night, because I know the feeling of the fields brushing against my legs. You are the tame wild, who needs sex and touch, movement and understanding, strength, and the beauty of being known, and of telling someone else to go, of having all that power in a mere few words. I am the other wild, running into the night and chasing down the rapids of thought beyond mere demons of delight, and you have two options. Run with me, or stay. But I already know what you've chosen. You're the tame type of wild.